Again, 1 second. Yo, guys, it's your boy, the Purist, and we're here to talk boxing. New podcast format. We're going live. I'm here with Harry, Don Kuzan, Jordan Dujon, and Princess. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe, and we're going to bring you a lot more live content coming very soon. We're going to try to do this every Monday, and these guys all agreed to be there every Monday. So yeah, let's go. Look at them all thinking I didn't agree to shit.
I'm about that life.
Yeah, let's go. First thing to talk about, Gervonta Davis stops Roland Romero in the 6th round to defend his WBA lightweight title. It's a regular belt. Obviously, we know the big fight coming up this weekend. Haney versus Kambosos for all the belts, quote unquote. So the fight, I done a video on it yesterday, and if you guys want to know my thoughts, you can watch that video yesterday. Just a quick plug. So let's go with Harry. What did you make of the fight?
I think Romero did a lot better than I sort of expected him to do. I think Davis loves his power. He's sort of very much relying on those sort of one-punch knockouts now. But I think he was just sort of biding his time. One thing I like about Davis is he the way he analyzes his opponents and sort of works out the mistakes they're making. He lets them keep making it to sort of lull them into a false sense of security. If you look, he let Romero come in. I think it was a right hook that he threw. Step back, let him throw it again, then countered with the left, which is obviously how he ended the fight. So, yeah, I think it's a very good performance from Tank. I'd like to see him perform a little bit differently in his next couple of fights before he steps up.
Kuzan, what did you think?
Yeah, so I agree with some tidbits in there for sure. Rollie, he definitely, I feel like, wasn't patient enough. He definitely was later in rounds was just like, you know what, I got to get him out here. I'm tired of this. Like, you know, I'm like, you could kind of see in some sports he was just like, man, I'm stepping in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not wasting no more time. And that became like his end to me. And I feel like Tank, you know, from the first like go around, he knows, like, you know, this kid. I mean, look at him. The kid's a unit, man. Like, I'm looking at this dude, like, athletically, I'm like, man, how is he even making this weight? Like, looking like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, Tank's looking at that, and he's like, of course he got power. So let me just, you know, let me wait him out. Let me get him, you know, let me try to, you know, I think Tank played some significant mind games in the fight with like a little bit of his antics and stuff, and then that also helped him too. And then, you know, of course, it was just the knockout was just pure technique, you know, timed him, wait for him to come in, and it was perfectly executed. So I thought it was good. I thought it pretty much went about what was expected. I feel for people who been keeping up with this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Princess, what do you think?
As you guys know, I'm a Tank supporter. So honestly, I wanted a bit more from Tank. I wanted him to, I don't know, let's say show off just a bit more. Like, just really show that he's a level above, because I think his skill set, his background, his boxing IQ is way above Rollie's, no disrespect. And he just didn't really give enough of that for what I wanted. Like, we all know he has power, so it was expected to knock out on my side, and I put my money on that. Probably between round 6 and 8. But at the end of the day, I feel like he could have shown us as fans a lot more skill and really worked him down a lot earlier.
So what things would you like to see from him?
Honestly, I think his discipline's gone up. I do think everyone's a bit harsh on him, saying that he's not focused, and you know, this is.
You see him talking to his mom?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Exactly. But I think that's been blown out slightly, and everyone's just sort of run with it. But I think because of that, he needs to show that discipline that bit more, because that is something that's being nitpicked throughout his career. So just a bit, I guess, less of the shiveriness, you know, showing up and the aggression, and more of his actual skills, throwing his hands a bit more, you know, showing that he doesn't need to hold back, because I don't think he did need to. I think he sort of analysed Rollie well, and he could have shown that a bit earlier.
What do you guys all make of him talking to Rollie, talking to the fans, talking to his mum, not even looking at his corner. Afterwards, he said he used it to like stop himself from panicking, just not psych himself out, not make him too serious. But what do you guys think of that overall? Is that something you'd want to see a fighter doing in your corner, Harry?
No,
No.
I think there's an element of chronology to it. There's an element of him, I think, trying to get into Rollie's head, right? And trying to show him that despite all his trash talk, despite everything, but I think at the same time, it's a bit. I feel with Davis that he's sort of like Princess said, he's got such a good skill set. He's such a, I want to say prospect, but he's not. He's 27 now. You know, he's won 5 world titles, despite whatever, if you class the regular as one or not, it's a different discussion. But it's a bit, it sort of shows the level that he's fighting at and shows the level that he's been at or been to fight to with the opposition that he's had. So he should be putting people like this away in 1-2 rounds, but he's turning it into a show. He's turning it into something else, I think.
Sorry, Jay Money, I forgot to get your thoughts on the fight.
Yeah, cheers, bro. So I was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think everyone's been quite harsh with him. Yeah, thanks. He's a superstar. People expecting some phenomenal boxing skills. To me, he's like a Mayweather. You can lose the first 3-4 rounds, and that's when your level starts to show, because anyone can look good over 3 rounds. And he said straight away that he felt Rollie's power early on, and he just knows that Rollie's the type of guy, he's not got that boxing IQ, he's going to make a mistake, and he punished him for it. So I think it was a good performance. He never really was uncomfortable like what Rollie was claiming to be. Yeah, I think it was pretty much an easy fight, if I'm honest. And it was a very inactive fight as well. I think it was averaging like 30 to 40 punches per round. So realistically, did he do anything that was out of his comfort zone? No. I mean, Rollie didn't even try and make a fight of it. So yeah, no, I think it was it's a good knockout for Davis. But I'd like to see him start unifying the titles now.
I just want to say to everyone on Instagram and all the comments, when you hear comparisons between Tank and Mayweather, that was Jordan, that was not me. I just want to put that. I just want to put that out there first and foremost. I do see what he means. I do see what he means by the Tank and Mayweather one, where he starts slow and then warms his way into the fight. I think he even said to his corner at one point, it's like, nah, he's still fresh, as in his punches still have sting on him, so he's gonna wait a bit longer, just feed him out a bit longer, and then get him out of there, which I think is good. But me and Harry was saying to me earlier that he doesn't think he can continue doing that going forward against better fighters. Harry, you want to elaborate on that?
These sort of fights, I don't want to say like sort of warm-up fights, but he should be using them as sort of fights where he's executing a bit more of a game plan rather than just sort of sitting back and allowing people to sort of make mistakes and walk in, because it will go wrong at some point. I think he could have ended that fight in sort of 2-3 rounds if he really stepped on him and really sort of upped the ante and upped his work rate. Like Jordan said, they're averaging 30 punches per round. I know there's a lot of comparison sort of with Davis, or Jordan said with Mayweather, and people say up there, well, if you're up there, you need to kind of show that you're number one in the division and not be boxing to the level of competition that's in front of you. Blow someone like that out of the water, and then call out Ryan Garcia, blow him out of the water. These are fights that should prepare you for those big nights, I think.
Go on, Princess. Why are you smiling like that?
Because I couldn't have said that better. I fully support him. You guys know this, but genuinely, like, this should have been. I don't know. I do think we are being a bit hard on him. Like, I agree with Jordan in that sense, but I'm a big Tank supporter. So at the end of the day, I want to see him. I want to argue with like my brothers about that fight and have chest to talk about it. Like, my brother's comeback was like, Rollie basically stood and looked him in the face, and I was like, well, he didn't, but like, he shouldn't even be able to really say that to me. I wanna come with some oomph if I'm gonna be back in Tank.
No, I hear that, but at the same time, I think when you've got a guy who hits hard like Romero, there's no need to take risks. I see what people
Yeah.
say. Sometimes throw a few
It's
more
just
jabs.
one level of boxing that everybody hits hard. When you get to that level,
Have you heard of Devin Haney?
Yeah, I have. I think when you get to that level, though, these people still pack a punch. You can't, just because he hasn't got knockouts there, there's an element of, okay, some people might not punch as hard, some people might be a bit more cautious. Devin Haney himself is quite chinny, I think, so he might not want to engage. But at this level, people are all punchers. So there's an element of that. I think 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But I think Tang showed he's got a chin. Maybe should have let his hands go a bit earlier.
See, I think to me, whereas Rollie is such a puncher, and Tank recognized that very early on. I think Mayweather used to do it a lot. He used to say, "All right, yeah, like you said, Absam, this person's not ready yet." You can only throw power punches for so long before they start slowing down. The power is not quite the same as the early rounds. To me, him timing Rollie the way he did in the 6th round, Rollie was just trying to throw bangs literally for like the whole fight. That split second that he would have lost there, he would have had that early on. So had he done it in the first 2 rounds, tried to catch him in, he might have caught and walked onto something. So to me, I hear what everyone's saying, but I think at that world level, you got to play it safe. Otherwise, you end up like Anthony Joshua, getting clips when you're trying to go for that big finish. I'm not even trying to take digs in it. Like, I'm an AJ fan.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. But like, you got to see the job out properly, innit?
So Joshua catching strays from a lightweight fight. That's mad. That is mad. So who would you like to see Tank fight next?
Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney.
The winner of Kambosos and Haney.
It has to be.
I'd be cool with that.
So Haney.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
either.
either.
If you can just say just Haney. I thought that a little bit ago, but after these recent spells,
I just make everyone freeze?
I don't know.
No, I'm here.
No, I'm good.
No, but let's go on to that straight away then. This weekend we've got the quote unquote undisputed world title fight, even though Tank technically has a belt. We've got Kambosos versus Devin Haney in Australia, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start off with Princess straight away. So you think Haney's just gonna wipe the floor with him, yeah?
Do you know what? I wouldn't even say wipe the floor with him. I feel like Haney's giving me some nervous energy at the moment, and I'm also a Haney fan. He's been giving me nervous energy for like the conferences, and I don't know if that's because his dad's not going to be there. I don't know if I want to even throw that in the mix, but he's giving me nervous energy that I don't normally get from him. I still 100% think he's going to win. I just don't think he's going to wipe the floor. I don't think Kambosos is to be underestimated. Kambosos has a lot of, I guess, pride in this because of how he even got to where he is. And I feel like he does feel like he's worked a lot harder than Haney. So I wouldn't put it past him to really pull some tricks out of the bag. But I do think Haney will take it. I don't think there's going to be a knockout. I think he'll go all 12 and he'll get it by points.
I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say Kambosos knockout. Yeah, I feel like
put some money down, honey.
I'm a Haney fan, and I think it's expected for him to go through and win this. But I think people are playing down Kambosos' skill set. No one expected him to do that against Teofimo. And if you just look at the sparring, he's been in that Pacquiao camp for years. Like, do I think he's going to be Haney's going to be throwing the punch output that Kambosos is? I don't think so. The timing, Kambosos he's good at timing. He's got a good powerful punch. I think all these things play a part, and I don't know if Haney's faced enough top flight opposition to go and pull that out of the bag. So I'm gonna say I think the experience gets to him.
I wanna apologize for dipping in and out. I have a dog here, so she had to go out, and it was a lot. It was just a lot, but I do want to weigh in on this. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I got Devin, UD maybe, but I got him. I feel like there's gonna be spots in the fight where Kambosos is gonna hit him with some fire. You know what I mean? And it's gonna wake him up. Like I think Devin's gonna come in confident, and then like he's gonna You know what I mean? He's going to hit him with some fire, and then he's going to wake him up. He's like, okay, I need to fight a little bit smarter. I need to move around a little bit more. And that's when he's going to start to – because I do think Devin got some superb boxing ability, you know what I mean? Some superb technique. Not knocking Kambosos either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I just think it's just a little bit better. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just don't. If he play around, he might end up as shocked as Lopez was. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all the same ingredients, just like that fight. And we see how that fight ended, and everybody like, oh, I can't believe this happened. You know what I mean? No, I believe it, man. So I don't know. Devin just need to watch out because don't play with fire, man. You know.
Yeah, I think Kambosos got very, very fast hands. Very fast hands. So that's when he caught low. I mean, I think the TFEMO fight, there was a multitude of things there as to sort of why that fight turned out the way it did. I think we got sort of Lopez came in very arrogant. So he just sort of thought he could come in, walk through and destroy him. And he was looking at the next fight. He wasn't really considering Kambosos as anything. It was just sort of the mandatory. But Kambosos dedicated himself and just let tunnel vision on just that fight. And it was career highlights. Probably that's what he's built his legacy off of now. No one can take that from him. I think Haney's got faster feet. I think he just edges him slightly on hand speed. Just ever so slightly though, because boxing IQ wise, I kind of hold them both in the same sort of place. The way I sort of see it is that the things that are going to come into play, the fact that Haney's dad and Ben Davison aren't there. It's been shown that Haney switches off middle rounds, and if he gets clipped, he can be hurt. Now going back to the corner at the end of that round, he's not going to have those familiar voices there guiding him. So how he reacts to that, if he sort of rises to the occasion, will say a lot. I mean, and another thing is, if Kambosos can land, because Haney's got faster feet, it's the positioning that Kambosos has for counters works if he's faster in the right place, and that's there. I think another thing that we've not mentioned, which is kind of an elephant in the room, is the judging. What if Haney puts on a masterclass? It's in Australia. It's in Kambosos' back garden. There's a reason why he's asked for that. Obviously, he wants his homecoming, but we all know you got a home fighter, you got an away fighter, and they're an away fighter for a reason. That's not been brought up either. But the way I see it is either Kambosos by KO, Haney on points. But if we factor in corruption, that does put a question mark on it as well.
That's fair. It's a good point.
It's the way you said it. Factor in corruption.
Because I've happened sometimes in boxing, you look at a card and you think, well, that's obviously what's going to happen, and then you're like, oh wait, hang on, I live in the real world.
Getting stunned.
Someone's going to get robbed.
For sure.
So I think pretty much everyone expects Haney to put up at least a good performance. But my only thing is, I do see Haney outboxing him, especially early. But when Kambosos says, all right, I've had enough, and he starts walking him down and getting him into the corners and letting his hands go, do you guys think Haney will be able to adjust and get around him? Because you've got to bear in mind, a lot of Haney's great performances were against guys who are a lot smaller than him. Obviously, he's 5'8", which is usually quite tall for a lightweight, but all these lightweights are big now. Teofimo's the same height, Kambosos the same height, Ryan Garcia's the same height. How do you think he's going to react against someone his size, his frame, that just hits way harder than him, walking him down?
You know what? I feel like, he's been in that Mayweather gym for years. He's probably used to people walking him down because he's so used to getting outboxing people that Haney's used to fighting on the inside. The only problem I have is that I see him adopting a Philly shell, and then much like the Jorge Linares fight, normally that's like a 1-2, and then your shoulder road, one of the punches. But when someone's throwing 3, 4, 5 punches, you can't get out of the way of all of them punches. And that's why I think that he might get clipped.
All right, so final predictions?
Was we all frozen there?
No. I heard what you said. Nah.
They just shied you. Don't worry about it. So final predictions. We'll go the other way around. Kuzan, you're first.
Okay, so Hold on 1 second. My dog is literally trying to open the door. I don't know if you can hear her. Hold up. I gotta show this just for the one time. Oh no, she stopped it. But anyway, final predictions. And to answer your question before that, I think Haney just need to move his feet and just be aware of not being backed into a corner because Kambosos is gonna try to do that. But final predictions, I got Haney, UD. Like I said, we almost done. See, she's trying to get out. But I got Haney UD for I think he's just gonna like I said, he's gonna get caught with something early, and then it's gonna make him readjust himself to the fight, and I think he'll be able to get out of the way of it because his reflexes are really good. I think he has it in him. So yeah.
Princess, what do you think?
Same, really. I think he'll go all the way, but Haney will just take it. I'm not underestimating Kambosos. I just think Haney has got enough. I think he's got what it takes. I'm hoping that his dad not being there is going to create real fire in his belly rather than like excel with the nerves. I think he's just going to want to. I'm hoping that will make him push further, and that's what I think will happen.
Harry, what are you thinking?
Do you know what? I keep flitting back and forth in my mind, but at the moment I'm thinking Haney points. But I think this morning I woke up thinking Kambosos knockout, or so I keep going through every scenario in my mind. But I hope, because I do rate Haney, I hope this is the sort of fight where he sort of rises to the occasion and shows greatness. He's gone to the backyard for an undisputed title fight at such a young age. He's gone there without his team. This is really the stuff of legends that's unfolding. So I hope he rises to the occasion. I hope he gets the win. Any points?
What was the last question?
Prediction.
Oh yeah, my predictions. Kambosos KO. I'm gonna say 7-8.
That's fair.
I'm gonna join Jordan and say Kambosos KO. I need to watch his fight, so it's not my firm prediction, but I need to watch a couple more of his fights. But I think he'll take him out late. Just want to answer.
Not your firm prediction.
I've already watched one of his fights. I've watched two of them. One was a long time ago, and one he beat up Teofimo Lopez. So I just need to see, innit?
Yeah, fair enough.
I just want to show some comments quickly.
I think a good thing to do, AB, if you're going to watch that, is watch his fight against Selby. I know it's a bit sort of tongue-in-cheek, but he was referred to as the Welsh Mayweather. So if you look at how he fought an opponent like that, that's the fight I've been watching to try and gauge this one. The best one to watch.
I didn't want to watch that fight because I know Selby was too small. He was never going to have a chance. You remember, he went from fighting Josh Warrington to fighting Kambosos. His manager needs to be sacked.
It was close. I mean, he only won by split decision for real.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Yeah. Kambosos' last fights, he's just been winning by SDs, bro. Straight SDs, man. It's It's kind of crazy. It's like, and it feels like it could happen again with this.
Hold on. He had a close fight with Lee Selby.
Yeah.
All right, I pick Haney to win by unanimous.
Yeah, wow.
Gotta go back off it. Fuck that.
Hey, Princess, we changed that. We changed Harry. Harry was like, he was like, UD. You know what, UD? I'm with it. I'm with the UD train now. We on the UD train.
Welcome to the dream team, guys.
We on the UD train.
Jordan, it's your last chance to change.
Bro, I'm not changing,
next week, if Kambosos wins by knockout.
I don't know if it cut out before when I was talking in it, but I was basically saying that in the Linares fight, like that Philly shell, like if you're someone who's throwing multiple punches, you're gonna get caught with one. And I feel like Kambosos is gonna throw 3, 4, 5, and then you'll catch him with one.
How much we betting here? We'll talk later. Don't worry.
20K.
We've got to touch on that.
We'll chip in. That'll be fine.
All right, so Ryan Garcia has confirmed that he's fighting Javier Fortuna finally, but more importantly, he called out Tank and bet 20K that Rollie would beat Tank. What did we make of all of that?
Ridiculous.
Pay up.
I think Teofimo also bet that Rollie would beat Tank as well. Did you not see that?
I've
I
stopped
didn't
listening.
know that.
Well,
I'm a bit mad since he's lost.
At a degree, I feel like it's hating. I'm sorry. I got it. In Ryan's case, it's definitely hating because he want to fight him, and it's like, come on, bro.
I think with Ryan, it's not so much hating. It's going to make headlines, right? And Ryan Garcia is the king of getting attention on social media and getting people talking about him. For someone that's not had a world title fight in this division, Ryan is the money fight in my eyes, because if you fight him, pay-per-view or whatever, it's going to be the highest payday available, which is sad because it should be the undisputed fight. It should be a world title fight. So I think Ryan doing that, he knows what he's doing. He knows that even if he loses the bet of 20K, it gets him, people are speaking about him, he'll be trending on social, which means that he'll make that back in a sponsorship deal or a sponsored post. Easy, like no sweat. With Teofimo making that bet, I didn't see that. I've stopped watching a lot of things that he says now since his loss because he seems a bit sort of deluded and a bit still bitter and conspiracy theorist. So I've kind of not paid too much attention. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it.
All right. Remind me never to make Harry my financial advisor, yeah? So throw 20K in the bin.
Yeah, I've said that, but watch. I'm right. I'm right in what I'm saying. He has influence. He's like, obviously, I wouldn't tell you to throw 20K in the bin. If it was
I ain't got 20K, that's all right.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's 20K maybe. You've got to speculate to accumulate sort of thing. He's just doing it on a larger scale. That's all it is.
All right, we're going to go through a couple comments and then we're going to bring in some guys into the live to give their thoughts. First one, salute brother.
Thank you.
For a second, I thought it was me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're taking the piss. Kambosos' position in exchanging his quick hands can prove a problem. Of course they can, but anyone want to comment on that? Because I think, of course, but
Devin just got to be aware. If Devin's aware, I feel like he can negate that just by getting in and out, man. Because Kambosos is planning on trying to throw it back against the wall and make him have fit, and I feel like if he can just maneuver, so it's all going to come down to ring awareness. I feel like to a degree of that. So
ring generalship.
There you go. That's my take on it.
All right, this one, quick fire. Everyone just give one name. Princess, go. Who's the best lightweight?
I can't pick.
Huh?
I can't pick.
She folded under pressure. Jordan, your turn.
I've got two top, and I can't pick.
Jordan?
You're on mute, Jordan.
He can't pick either.
Harry, your turn.
Right now, I'd say Kambosos. He beat the man who sort of beat the man. To me, he's number one. I think after this weekend, it should be Haney. But you can't. I'm not going to do what Kambosos did, which is to go to the backyard of a champion, beat him, win all the belts. He's number one. I think Haney stands a good chance of beating him, but I'm giving Kambosos the credit he deserves.
I think it's Loma. For me, it's Loma. I feel like if Loma got that media rematch with Lopez, I think he would. I think he could have edged them out and won a decision off of the rematch, and they would have probably had to throw a trilogy, or Lopez probably would have been like, I'm going up, or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I think it's Loma. I think Loma still presents a problem for a lot of these people, even whoever wins from Haney and Kambosos. I feel like he presents a problem, but I feel like he can beat both of those guys still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah. So I think Loma. For me, it's still Loma. But I mean, of course, it's chinks in the armor, but it's still Loma. I feel.
Yeah, for me, it's between Loma and Tank. I can see Tank beating all these boys. I don't really see them causing him too many problems. As for Loma, the only thing for me is his size. Size is a bit.
I can't pick between Tank and Devin. I just can't do it.
I'll pick for you. Tank's knocking him out.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tank beating Devin for sure.
And my heart won't let me pick, honestly. Jordan, it's all
we
right,
still
babe.
can't hear you, bro. I think you have to rejoin the stream.
Sorry, Jordan. But I can speak on his behalf and said he's going to vote for Tank.
I don't know what that means. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, got that fold best lightweight for me.
All right. J Money came in and came out. So we're going to invite some of the supporters on the Instagram to join the stream. And I'm very worried about this because you don't know who's on the internet. So
You just gotta tell them free food and drink at the block party. Be prepared to kick them if you know what I mean.
J Money, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. No Voice. You changed your name to No Voice. Go on.
Change the name to No Voice. Yeah, I said Tank before. I said I reckon Tank dog walks Devin.
Oh, okay.
The White Collar Warrior said Haney is training to sit down on his shots and to prove he's not an email champion. I think we see something special from Haney. Don't be shocked if he gets dropped though. Yeah, because he is chinny, but I do think he'll go out there and prove that boxing skills ain't no joke. Because it's not. He's a very, very good boxer, but at the same time, I don't know. I just see him getting caught. But then again, you guys told me Selby had a close fight with Kambosos. That's just blown my mind.
Go watch it. Go watch
an easy win. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. That could have been down to judging. It could have been anything. I mean, I've not watched that fight, so again, I think some people have had poor performances in the past. Like I think Tank v Gamboa, I thought that was an awful performance. If I'm honest with you, the guy was on one leg and he took I don't even know how many rounds it was to take him out. So I think everyone's got one that is just a shocking performance, to be honest.
But I think these fights, the thing is, fights like this, they make you, right? Lee Selby, all right, there's disparity in weight, but that's kind of what Tank's been built on. So there's disparity in weight between him and Kambosos. Kambosos came through it. Not every fight is going to be jaw-droppingly spectacular. You know, fighters do learn. It's up in the levels to prepare them for fights like this. And I think having had that experience and grade of fighting a fighter of that style, having then gone on to, become a undisputed but won all the belts in the backyard of, a world champion, it adds to the grade and to the levels of Kambosos. I guess it's what makes the fight interesting, right? It's why we'll be watching, why we're interested, and why it's not a foregone conclusion.
All right, let's bring in the first one, Junior Worrell. I think that's his name. And add him to the stream.
Yes, guys.
Yes, what's up, bro? You good?
Yeah, man. Bless, man. You good?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Say again?
I said hi to everybody, man. Big up everyone.
What's good, G? How you doing?
Yo.
What did you make of the fight on the weekend?
Yeah, man. Yeah, top notch. Top notch. I'm listening to all what you guys are saying about the lightweights, man. I just need to throw in my piece on that. I think Tank beats all the lightweights, but I think Tank loses to Loma. But I don't think Loma's the best lightweight, so I don't know who to go for. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I don't know who I'm saying.
Who do you think wins this weekend, though?
Kambosos, man.
Oh.
Yeah, Jordan's got a friend now, yeah?
Yeah, Kambosos.
How did you get it done?
Knockout.
Oh. Okay, he's building a nice little cult.
He's saying it with chest. I like this guy saying it with chest.
Knockout or stoppage, one or the two. I can see it happening, man.
Wow.
Before Haney's last fight, I wouldn't have said that. But after watching the last fight, I just can't help but see one of the shots landing. I think as soon as it lands, that's it.
Where you from, bro? South London?
Nah, man, Bristol. Near Bristol.
Right, man, said Quay, up south.
Yeah, right. Farmer.
All right, anything else you want to talk about?
AJ Usyk.
Yeah?
He got a new trainer.
Yeah, but I want to know if people think he can win, because I don't think he can win at all.
I think he can win.
Yeah?
I think he can win, but I think that this new coach is gonna put him in the right direction.
Right.
I think it's it's a Guerrero, right? No, it's Garcia.
Garcia,
yeah. Do I think? I don't know. No, but I think Joshua has the capabilities to beat Usyk. Yeah, for sure. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I think if he knew how to use his size the right way too, he went in there trying to box him, and I just don't think that was the smart plan to do because Usyk is I think Usyk's a better boxer than him. Yes, but I felt like if he made him feel the difference between being a cruiserweight and being a heavyweight and like actually putting, people might not like it or whatever, but make it a rough fight. He could have gave him some more fits, could have maybe made him a little bit more tired, and then opens the door to a whole bunch of different areas. I feel like, you know what I mean? But
yeah, of course.
Do I think he's gonna do that? No. But do I think he should do that? Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna do it. So it's kind of a moot point,
Okay.
To be fair, though,
Harry Princess King, what's everyone else's opinion?
Yeah, Robert Garcia, yeah, he's good at getting guys who are lesser fighters going up against a good boxer with a good game plan, innit? And I think that's exactly what Joshua sort of needs for this fight, innit? Because he's gonna have to be that lesser boxer going in there trying to rough man up and take it to him.
100%.
So I think that's good in that sense, but at the same time, I don't know if Joshua's got the stamina or the mental capabilities for that one there.
That's the attitude Joshua should have. Joshua should not try and go 12-round distance. If he goes 12 rounds, he's lost. He will get outboxed. He just needs to throw the kitchen sink at him. I think he needs to just take him to the hood. Just knock him up, pad him up, lean on him.
You got that GQ muscle and get the lean on him.
Yeah, if you look at when Usyk fought Chisora, there were times Chisora roughed him up. If Chisora had jabbed more and boxed a little bit and not just gone plodded in, swinging in hooks and actually had a little bit of boxing. Yeah. Not too much, just a little bit. He'd have had a lot more success. There were times when Usyk was looking at his corner like, what the fuck is this? Because, Chisora's like sticking his head in, leaning on him, and Usyk was uncomfortable. And the only way you can beat someone like Usyk is to make him uncomfortable, because if you try and box him or something, it's just not gonna. Well, it didn't work, did it? So he just needs to just rough him up. He's got 6 rounds. If it goes past them, accept that you've lost. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think AJ's like really ready for his time. Just not trying to say it out loud. That's honestly all I've got to say on that one. I just think he's got so much more that he wants to do outside of the ring that it's clouding everything else, and all of those aspirations mixed in with him trying to be focused on boxing. It just doesn't mix for me. Yeah. So I just don't think he's not got the same focus that he used to have. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Junior. Any other topics you want to talk about?
No, that's it from me. I ain't gonna try to take up too much time, man.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the stream, bro.
Nah, anytime, bro. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, man.
Yeah, nice one.
Bless.
All right.
It's like you cut off Jordan.
Huh?
It's like you cut off Jordan.
Oh, I can't hear him. Was he talking?
Nope. But it's like, when he came off the live.
It's not me. Look, it's not. I bring him in. As soon as he gets there, I bring him in. He cuts off himself. That's
yeah.
That's the Jordan thing. That's not me. Man. All right. Next guy, Kevin Pagani. Yes, Kevin.
Hey.
Right?
Hey, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. All good.
Hey, what's up?
All good. What are you saying? How'd you find the fight last weekend?
Yeah.
Honestly, that fight was. I predicted that Tank would win. I even betted with like 3 of my friends, so it was a victory for me. But I honestly expected it to at least go by at least up to 4 rounds. I didn't expect 6 rounds, only because although Romero has speed and great skills and techniques and stuff, but what Tank also has is such great power and also speed, and me expecting him would just end it quickly because he doesn't even have to try. In this fight, he didn't really have to try at all. It was like showboating throughout the whole time, if you notice. One time Romero did get him with a good punch, like it did shock him, and I actually did get a little worried. I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But then next thing you know, he just got him with that quick hook, and then that's it, and it was over. So it's a good fight.
No, I heard that. What's your thoughts on the fight coming up this weekend?
Definitely Kambosos is. I'm voting for him because like with Haney, he's very quick actually, and with his power, he does have power. But I feel like after this victory that he had against Lopez and everything, it like boosted his ego, of course, and everything. With him fighting now Haney, I think he's just gonna get this win. I would say by at least 8th to 9th round knockout. I would say. And if not, then decision. But Kambosos definitely is ready for this fight. He's been ready. He's been training good. His speed, his skills is remarkable. So,
Go on. Anything else you want to add, or anything someone said on here that you completely disagree with?
Would
no,
it? Because no one can hear it.
I don't really disagree with none of them because I mean, all of you guys, everything you guys been saying, has been very correct. No judging or anything like that. One fight that I do want to see is AJ versus Usyk again. Like I would love to see that fight again. Although I still feel like Usyk will definitely take the W if AJ just works more on movement because his last fight he was way too stiff. It's like a type that we've never seen that before. Because AJ would always have great movement and stuff, and unless he wasn't ready for this fight like this, but hopefully the next fight he comes with a good W. And other than that, I would love to see Garcia versus Tank. That's a fight that I would love to see. Because Garcia has been out for how long now, and now that he's coming back slowly, to see him fight a Tank, although I still feel like Tank would badly hurt him. But Tank, I feel like
I'm glad you said that. They will have to be the guy, but yeah, I'm glad you said that.
No, you're absolutely correct.
He's gonna get an assault charge.
No, because like I've always seen these fights. Like I've always seen their fights, all of them, so much more fights and everything. And it's like I feel just Tank has a W against Haney and Ryan. I don't know. I just feel like he can dominate both of them easily. It's an easy W for them. But other than those two, a fight that I'm actually looking forward for is the one in September. I know it's far away, but Canelo versus Triple G. I don't know if you guys are caring about that fight at all, but it's another fight that I wasn't worried about. I know it's far away. I know it's very off topic. So I know it's off topic, but it's just something I wanted to put in real quick. Like I don't know, I'm just excited for that fight.
I am excited to see it because I'm excited to see Triple G step out there.
Oh, the first fight was like 3 years too late. It's like 6 years later now.
Yeah, that is true. Very, very far away different. Although I don't really find it necessary because, Canelo's still technically in his prime and stuff, and G is really not. But you don't know. Anything could happen in boxing.
Dude, that would be the craziest story. If Triple G was just hit him with some it just
something that just came out of nowhere. Yeah, because knowing how fighting is, because I'm an amateur boxer as well. Anything happens. Anything can happen from unexpected. You could be training your ass off, and next thing you know, someone just comes in with one lucky punch, and now you're done. And you're just like, what just happened? So you never know. So maybe even if Ryan, if Garcia fought Tank, if Tank and Garcia fought, who knows? Maybe Garcia can come with another punch out of nowhere.
Yeah, great.
But I mean, like I say, anything can happen though. Like obviously the hands are on Tank winning against Garcia, but like I said, anything can happen. Garcia could come in with one lucky punch to get Tank. You don't know. So
I just want to read one comment quickly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not even God can help AJ in that fight. He's way too one-dimensional. Doesn't impose his size and is plain docile. There is no dog in AJ. Listen, the white collar warrior, that's my guy, innit? But that one hurt.
That's great. He has some. Wow.
No,
wow.
That was
wow.
Dang,
that was unexpected.
So bad he retires from boxing.
Jordan speechless.
Wow.
He tapped in the chat. Tank keeps trying so bad he retires from boxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, geez. That's a little. I mean, nah, I don't think he beats him that bad. But it's a lesson. I definitely think it's a lesson for sure. Like Rollie just got a lesson. He got a lesson.
Rollie got paid. Is what he got.
He's already out.
He told the fight, he got a career high pay there. You got to look at Rollie as well. He was, I think he turned to boxing at like 17, 18. He was a Jinjo.
17.
Yes.
You can tell.
So yeah, but obviously you can tell. I mean, the form is shocking, but fair play.
Deontay Wilder started at 20. You can't tell.
Yeah. Well, I think you can tell Deontay Wilder started at 20, despite there being an Olympic medal. Like, yeah.
And you already have Romero asking for a rematch already with Tank.
Yeah.
Like first him saying,
well,
first him saying like he won the whole fight and everything and stuff like that and stuff, but now he wants a rematch. I'm just like, I don't think a rematch is needed.
No, they don't want to rematch.
The trash talk. Rollie sold that fight. I think he did well for considering that sort of his level of experience to get into that sort of deep water with Tank. He did, there's a credit to him. Does he deserve a rematch? I don't know if he gets a few more wins and works on a few things, then yeah. That's boxing, but straight away, no. Just kind of go back down the pecking order and kind of go from there.
I'm not having it. Everyone's talking about Rollie did this, Rollie did that. He didn't even get halfway through the fight. That's not
Tell him.
Like,
the fight just started. Tank was still dry from the weigh-in.
Cut the promo. That's
his coach. He used to skip longer. I just think he was genuinely just dry. Yeah, he was just had nothing to warm up. Like he looked draw. Rollie didn't make it to round 6. The worst part is, if Tank had said, "Cool, I can't feel his punches no more. Let me press him and knock him out," and then he got knocked out. That's fair enough. Tank said, "Let's wait." Yeah, and you knocked him out while waiting. Still, that's not a good sign. Like Rollie, he's awkward and he's got power, but he brought literally nothing else to the table.
Yeah, he didn't bring just enough.
Yeah, Tank played him, man. He played him with that shot. He made him look silly, man. I know y'all see the memes, man. Anytime that happens to you, don't give a rematch. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Tank was like technically schooling him. He was toying with him.
Tank talking about he didn't even use all his power. Okay, I don't know about all that. I'm not here to. I don't know how you, but only he would know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you gauge that, but only he would know. But he talking about, I'm only. That's not even my final form, and you get knocked out like that. You might not need to go again. You know what I mean? You might go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? But Rollie definitely sold this fight with his awkwardness on the mic. His awkwardness on the mic is unmatched. It was creating some of the most hilarious. Videos, man. So keep him in the limelight for that. I want that. I'm here for all the Rollie memes and I love it. I love the awkwardness.
He deserves every meme. You can't talk like that and then do that and then come out and keep talking the same way you was talking before.
Exactly.
That's what gets come out straight conference like, yo, I scored him. What did you say? I exposed him.
The thing that made me laugh with Rollie this week was they said about the Devin Haney fight, and he was like, "Well, the thing is with Devin Haney, I'm actually his biological father." I was just like, "What?" It just killed me. He's really, really good trash talker. Really good trash talker. If he works on a few things, you should be able to back it up.
No, 100%. But that's true as well, because I've never heard anything remotely good out of a Tank press conference that wasn't said by Floyd Mayweather. But recently, Rollie's actually brought it out of him, and that you can see more to it. The build-up was actually quite good. And at this point, Kevin, you've replaced Jordan. You're a new part of the panel.
I was thinking the same
thing. Whoops.
Is that your friend?
No, I don't know who this guy is.
He's your biggest supporter, right?
I'm not even gonna know who you are.
Tank is final.
Nah, not yet, man. I don't know about that. I still do think Loma beats Tank. That guy who said it earlier, I do think Loma beats Tank. I think there's a reason why Tank hasn't. Back. Y'all remember when Loma first won the world title and all that, and that whole jazz. They was talking about. Tank. It was a reason when Tank was real still under the Floyd Mayweather claw. He was He was like, nah, we not worried about that right now. I think there was definitely a reason for that because they was like, nah, we're gonna let Loma fight other people. We're gonna study him a little bit more. You know, I'm not saying we're never gonna fight him, but we just not gonna fight him right now. We're gonna let him. You know what I mean?
That's a sort of. Sometimes you've got to protect your fighters, right? But I think at other times that part of boxing of we're not ready, or we're going to wait until that guy's out of his prime.
Yeah,
it's what it affects the sport. You should be wanting to fight the best guy in his prime, because if not, what you're saying is, yeah, he's going to beat me.
Yeah,
and that kind of then it's the business side of boxing, isn't it? You got the sport, you got the business, you got everything there, and it's sad. I want to see the best fight the best, and if you think you're the best, then you want to fight the best to prove you are. Because if not, you're saying, well, that guy's better than me, but in 2 years' time he won't be, so I'll fight him then. How does anyone like to kind of rise to an occasion? How do you create a legacy if you're ducking fights?
You know, touching on that, yeah. You know what surprised me the most in the weekend, yeah? Tank is 27. Like, yo, he ain't even young anymore. He's not a young old champion anymore. He's a grown-ass man now, bro. Like, his career, 21, I think he was a champion at 21 until 27. And he ain't done nothing. Like, not that he's done nothing, but he ain't done enough. He ain't done enough.
His opposition should have been way better by now. He should have been fighting some people that are like, you know what I mean?
But this is what I was saying about the fight in terms of like, you know, he should have put him out in 1, 2 rounds, 3 rounds max. He should have just, instead of talking, kidology, that sort of thing, it's just showing the level and stepping up. But because he's been held at that level for so long, I mean, they're promoting him as a 5-time world champion, but if you look at that, I think 2 times is because he's lost the belt on the scales. So do you class that? You know, the other titles are regular weight
that was
titles.
boxers. Yeah.
That was it? Yeah. Well, look, he's leveled up money wise now, so he should probably afford some silk ones. But you know, like if you're looking at it, you've got regular titles. You've lost your titles twice on the scales. Can you be promoted as a 5-time world champion or whatever it is? That's a debate in itself.
Not to make a slight point, but just quickly, the only reason why I feel like he lost the belt through that like not being disciplined, he was hanging out with AB. You can't stop. Don't hang out with AB, bro. Your AB is going to derail you, man. Look, I was holding out for AB for so long. Not you, AB. The other AB. You know what I'm talking about, man. Look. I think that's really what, and you see after he disses himself. I'm not saying like he don't, like I'm not saying like okay they probably don't talk to each other, but you know he's not really like seen out clubbing with them and all that crap he was doing a couple years ago. Now he's a little bit more focused, but yeah, I agree. I agree with you though. For sure.
I'll just put this last input and then I'll leave so I can other people get an opportunity. I just wanted to say with Lomachenko. Although I would love to see him fight Tank, I do kind of find it a little difficult for Lomachenko. Only because, let's keep in mind, he had, I think, 265 or 66 amateur fights in total. And, you know, the way he used to be back then, he's not like that now. And then I think he has, a shoulder injury or something like that. And it kind of prevents him from being his 100% best like he used to be. And for him to fight Tank, it would be a very, very tough fight for him, to me. Because, yes, he's very fast and his movements, his movements are out of this world. His dad used to make him take ballet classes before he even did fighting, just to be able to move as quick as he is now. And that's a very good, useful technique against Tank, but still with punches and being able to take them, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a little difficult for him against Tank. But I don't know. We'll see we'll see what happens in the future.
I think that's a good point. But Lomachenko is not. It's the wrong weight for him. Like him stepping up his legacy, right? That's someone who's actually pursuing the best fights. He's like, I've cleaned up to other divisions. I want to test myself. I want to go down.
That is true. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. How many? Look. Any fight he has next, he loses. Take into account that, like you say, look at his amateur record. How many fights has he had there? How long has he been consistently training? As a pro, the level of opposition he's fought, the camps there, his age, and also, the fact that he's going to be coming from a war zone. Like,
that's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you think that would be good? As in, obviously coming from a war zone into a boxing ring, you got the right mindset. What about if he's distracted kind of thing?
Well, that's it. It's the distraction, isn't it? And it's if he how he handles the situation, how he rises to the occasion. But that's That's why I'll be watching.
That's true, but anyways, I appreciate Purist for allowing me to enter this podcast. Though it really meant a lot. Though, thank you so much, and thank you for everyone also talking and being here as well. So
we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. You guys have a
spirits to it.
Thank you. You guys have a good night, though.
Yeah,
You too.
Bye.
All right. Anything anyone want to add?
Jordan just better run me my money. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we convene hopefully with a UD. You know what I'm saying, by Haney. If it's knockout, it's crazy. I'm gonna hit you, Purist. It's gonna be early for y'all. It's gonna be late for me. I'm gonna hit you and be like, man, what? Did you see that? You know, you're gonna be half awake, but you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be UD though. It's gonna be UD. I still feel UD for Haney. So that's I'm sticking to it. I'm not getting swayed.
Lom has a 1 year layoff. You think that's gonna affect him?
Nah.
It depends. If he's been, because of the sort of the background he has, it's not like he's had a sort of small amateur career and he's not had many pro fights. You know, he can do the rounds, he can shed the rust. I think if he has a long enough camp, the first month will really just be sort of light sparring, keep it technical, and then up it and go into sort of regular camp from there. That should get rid of the ring rust. Should. At his age as well, with his sort of level of experience, you can afford that sort of a year off. So long as you manage camp properly.
I heard that. All right. To end it, so we're going to go. We're going to do the first things first. I'd like to thank Al Heyman because apparently you can't do anything in boxing without saying that. Second one, clothing dropping very soon. I'll get you guys some free gear before you guys, because you've been asking for a long time. Photo video shoot coming soon for those that know. Yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Any closing thoughts from you guys? No?
I hate to be a lightweight right now.
Thank you for allowing me to come on this and talk about boxing for an hour. I appreciate it.
No, it's all good. Sorry we lasted so long. It's only like a half an hour show, but when it's good, we keep it rolling.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, JB.
Harry, say it. Harry.
Second, I felt all eyes on me. Like, is he going to say thanks?
Oh man, I had something in my mind, and Harry's looking into your eyes made me forget everything.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna try to do this on a weekly basis. We're gonna have a lot of different people on. Whoever's available, that's who's gonna be on it. Monday's like my only free day from now till a long time. So yeah. Also, I pulled my hamstring, so I'm not going to work. So I've got a lot of free time on my hands right now. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, guys, make sure you Sorry, go again.
I was going to ask you offline, but are you going to be in the gym tomorrow?
If I'm going to be in the gym tomorrow?
Yeah, gym for your class.
Absolutely not, mate. I'm not.
All right, which you covered.
I told me.
I'm going to come across as the nice guy on the pod, like doing you favors and things, and you've just joked at my foot. Like,
I told Nick about it, so he took me off the class, innit?
Are you off the website?
I mean, he was going to do it. Huh?
So are you off the website as well? Like just off the class, off the website, like completely removed?
I didn't know I was on the website. I need to look that up.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I put your picture on there.
Oh, so you done it. That's how you know. Oh, shit, this guy. Yeah. I'm not at a boxing class tomorrow, guys. Don't turn up. Still turn up, but I'm not there.
Obviously, anyone that's talking to him one-to-ones, I am available. Very good rates, so you can just hit me up. It's all fine. I'll look after you.
Are you stealing my clients?
I'm not stealing.
He's just trying to work while you're not
done your job. You're not working with them.
Yeah.
You don't want me to eat. That's the problem.
You know what? I'll swing you, my guys. I'll swing you Ibrahim. You can have Ibrahim. That's it.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll spar him again.
Yeah, not like last time, bro. But yeah, guys, for the 7th time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Cheers.
Bye. Thank you.
Too sweet.